say yes. He told me, you cannot work with India if you don't know India. I started to laugh. I said, what does it mean? And he told me, if you want to work with India, you have to stay in India, and I will visit the country with you for a week. And I was very busy. I said, come on, I have a lot of appointments next week in France. I cannot stay. And I don't know why, I decided in a few minutes to stay with that guy. We went through the country for a full week. This is probably one of the most richest weeks I got in my life. I had to visit with him some factories, but we spent an half hour each day to visit factories, and the rest of the time we were talking about your culture, about your country, how things are going, and it was for me a real dream. And that guy today, 25 years after, is still a very good friend of me. I see him every year. I meet him every year. I've been invited to all the parties, to all the weddings of his family, and he's my friend. Maybe he's here. Rajesh, are you here? He's on the way. So I will tell him later on, because he doesn't know that I will tell that story to you, okay? But that guy is still my friend today. So like that, I started my trip, my journey in India. And I will tell you something. I love your country.
Thank you, Didier. It was so nice to hear that. Now, I'm sure you're excited to see this august gathering here. Also, we are excited to know how this journey began. How did Happn happen?
Okay. So I've built several companies in my life. This is probably the last one. But I will tell you why I'm so proud to lead that company, why I am so happy to have built that company. Just let me read for you a testimonial that I have got that week. That message came from an UK man, an entrepreneur. So he told me, and that are exactly his words. Dear Didier, I just wanted to send you a quick note to say thank you and your team at Happn for changing my life. My fiancée and I met on Happn. We will never have met another one. The app gave us something in common, a love for the beautiful place where we live in, Bloomsbury in London. She gave it a go, and we have never looked back. We are getting married on August 12th this year. I hope you have a lovely Sunday and keep doing what you are doing. Thank you again. My very best wishes, Jonathan. So we are getting those kind of testimonials every week. We are getting hundreds of. So now let me tell you how it started. When I decided to build that company, I was talking with a lot of people around me. And if I had singles around me, they were always telling me, it's so difficult to find the other one. It's so difficult to find my soulmate. So I tried to understand why. And in fact, the dating, if I have to summarize what I heard at that time, the dating was space, apps were too virtual, too time-consuming, at the end of the day, very deceptive. Because the people, they never knew who were the people behind the profile, behind the pictures. So I decided that if I had to do something on that space, I would have to bring back the real world into the dating space. We cross paths every day with hundreds of people. Why should we go online to find new people when we have so much opportunities around us? And that's the ground of Happn. Okay, when you open Happn, you see on the timeline all the people that are around you right now. they are already part of your life. They already belong to your life, in fact. I remember I was in San Francisco a few months ago, and I was visiting a museum. It was the Modern Art Museum. It was just the reopening of that museum. So I went there. I was very interested because I love art. And when I was into the museum, I opened my app. And I saw all the people who were visiting that museum at the same time with me. Means that with those people, I shared something in common, the love of art. And that's the base, the ground on Happn. We have a mission. The mission is to facilitate real-life meetings. We are not talking about love, because you know, all those apps that are talking about love are lying. Because who is able to promise that if you come into the app or into the website, you will find love? No one. Because love is something that is always unexpected. It can happen at any time, and any corner of the street, okay? So our mission is to facilitate real-life meetings. And for that, we use two technologies, the hyperlocation and the real-time. Again, the people that you see on Happn are not people from a catalog. That are the people that are around you right now. And this is what I have built. I am very proud to have testimonials. So let me tell you one more testimonial, and then I think you know what about Happn. This is an Israeli guy. Dear Mr. Rappaport, and you will see why I love this message. It is with great pleasure that I wish to invite you to my wedding next May in Israel. Thanks to your brilliant application, thank you, I have met my lovely future wife, Hannah. I have served for the past few years in a diplomatic mission in Paris, during which I have studied in a master program. During the exams period, exactly 2 years ago, I went every day to study in the public library in Pompidou Center. Luckily, I opened Happn during my breaks, and luckily Hannah lives just across the street. We met thanks to Happn, but if my grandma asked, we met at the library, not on Happn. And because the guy told me that, I decided that I will go to his wedding. And the wedding is next month, and I will be very happy to be there. So this is Happn. Maybe you are downloading the app right now. So
right.
There is no questions.
No questions? Okay, so I wanted to know whether this app really, I mean, how is it possible to just meet the person who is right around you and you just cross paths with? I'm a little on the fence with that. I mean,
no, it works really. You should try.
I should try it?
Yeah.
You know, that's right, because when I spoke to Nimish about the event and when I was hired for this, I downloaded the app and I also brought in a friend here. Yeah? So my friend is seated here. I know him personally. I know him for quite some time, personally and professionally. And he's from Kashmir. And he's waiting to connect with somebody, right? So I'm going to call him on stage and ask him if he has come across someone, and then we're going to see if this really works.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, this might work or might not work right now, but we are going to try this out right now. Yeah? We'll see this a little live. Are you ready, Didier?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so I have my friend Junaid that's sitting here. Junaid, where are you? Junaid? I'm a bit embarrassed to come on stage. Junaid, join me here. Isn't he a handsome man? Hi.
Thank you, Angela, for calling me on stage.
It's working, yeah.
You want this one?
See, Didier is going to help you out with this.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, don't be shy, it's okay. All right, so can we have a round of applause for him so that he doesn't feel like shy? Yeah. Okay, so I told you to download the app first, right? Did you download it?
I did it.
You did.